What's up, audience? How's it going? I'm just having something to eat. Hope you're doing good. It's okay, you can watch me eat. It's not like you have anywhere to go. Good time to chill. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what I want to talk about. Don't you feel that something's weird going on? And it's very important too. It feels to me like there's one energy stream, you can call it the will of God, that's fulfilling everyone's desires, soul desires, and another energy stream that is fulfilling all the ego tantrums, the dark side and the light side. And they battle for the source of energy. And so then the dark side is trying to trick the light side into entrapping them and giving up and sucking the energy out. Like that's the game that's going on. And it's very fucking clever. It's super clever. This is why you can't beat it with your brain, because it is your brain. You know, how can you beat your own self if you act from the brain? And it's really, you know, change your vibe, change your life, but it's super, like, you know, the way you change your vibe is not this, like, listening, you know, to 15-minute music video, whatever. It's like, oh, I'm gonna raise your vibe. How can I raise my vibe? And everybody's looking to raise their fucking vibe, which is the best excuse not to face to what is. Your vibe raises as a consequence, you facing what is in the moment emotionally. What the fuck? You know? And that's like supposed to be like a standard way people live life. That would be like, duh, isn't that how you fucking live life? But for some fucking reason, there's not this culture of facing what is on an emotional level. And it is a culture. It's a main chunk of the culture that branches all other cultures. It's the definition of the culture itself. Because what you are cultivating, the light side or the dark side, it really is that simple. It's not like, maybe it's in between. I mean, I suppose you could be in one game playing a villain, in another game playing a hero. That's totally possible, because we're not just playing one game, you know? And it is possible that on one level you're playing a hero, and another you're playing a villain. You know, you're good at some sort of part in your life, but another part you're still being a villain. It is possible, you know, but that would be conflict in a conflict, and that would be the one or the other side would win. Once you start playing a hero in one game, you're just gonna have to play in all of them, you know. And in hero, it doesn't mean like a goody goody life. It's actually more badass life. You see what I'm trying to say? And you know what else I want to say to get off my chest? Um, And that's what religion is. You got to, like, it doesn't matter what else you do, it doesn't matter what else you believe or whatever, but this is how you live your life. That's religion. It's not the religion is not the knowledge. It's not the ceremonies. That's nothing to do with it. Like, if it changes your state of consciousness, then okay, maybe it helps you. But if it doesn't, then it's kind of pointless. And so, Bible was written as a consciousness manual. Every name and every word over there is to describe states of consciousness in this type of metaphorical manner so people can understand it. But what did people do? They read it literally. Why did they read it literally? Because they weren't facing emotions of what is. They were looking for the solutions for these emotions rather than facing them. That's why. And now people think that Jesus Christ was a historical person. There were many stories like that, but what the Bible was writing about states of consciousness. Christ is a state of consciousness, and Jesus is a state of consciousness. We know what Jesus is. Jesus obviously died on the cross, or been crucified, right? Sacrificed himself, and so he died, and then Jesus was born. He's just illustrating the process of, the snake shedding his skin, like you are facing your heart breaking and then getting a new one. And so whenever you are facing what is, you are sacrificing. You are, in that moment, you are dying, so something new can be born. You're burning yourself up, so some new thing can be born. And that is the state of consciousness called Jesus. Jesus is a state of consciousness. It's time to grow up. And the only way you will see it for yourself if you face what is. Everything that you learn about through the knowledge in your religion, it will start making sense. And you start seeing that, oh shit, that's the state of consciousness. Okay? And so that's why it's like, because this idea that there's actually, you create this image. By the way, the image of a person is not the person, but people create the image of Jesus, and then they worship that, and that they're missing the point, that the energy that's within them. So they're using imaginary friend as a coping mechanism again, and all the coping mechanisms just hurt other people and prevent these people to actually fulfill their soul desires, because they're fulfilling the ego pacification. And by the way, like, whether there is an image or not, what's important is the energy. Have you actually faced everything, and have you felt everything what is? And when you feel that energy, it's obvious, like, oh shit, that's what's going on with me right now. And so, that religion makes sense, that religion makes sense, all the religion starts making sense. But also you can see that everybody completely misread the whole fucking thing. Sacrifice means sacro officio. That means the sacred or the secret work. And why is it secret? Because you do it in solitude, because you're a complete fucking mess. You can't be around people, but you do it. You're basically like that freaking werewolf, like, a new version is coming out of you. And any person who does that in that state of consciousness is Jesus, okay? And because they discovered the energy of Christ, and that person holds that energy of Christ. And so it's the energy, guys, you can meet the person, you can feel their energy, and you know what's up. I can smell it miles away. Okay? Energy doesn't lie. Now, if you face what is, and you experience exactly what is the energy itself, which is that being that you're referring to, which is a state of being, but seem to be that there is you and there is this energy. In a complete and total zero, there's no separation, it's just peace. But the second you separate, there's you and there's that energy, and it's like love and power dancing, and all women are looking for that power energy, because that's what fulfills them and makes them stop being neurotic. And all men are looking for that love energy, because that's what keeps them creative and confident. So we're always these are just two energies, that every man will be fulfilled by that whole, and I'm talking with the W, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter. Whole, and then of course the divine spark. And it's just pretty much, that's the first thing, that's the first mission. You discover that, and from there you're born, and then then you can see everything anew. Everything just changes. Okay? And so this is why, like, that's another dimension. This is why if you live in this dimension and somebody lives in another dimension, you gotta shift it, if you want to relate, because otherwise, but I'm tired of shifting for other people. I'm like, people can join me, because where I am is the shit. It's at the top of the world. And so this is how I keep it real. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.